Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us, money. But don't worry, we're not going to look at it as a problem. We're going to treat it as a skill that we can all master to really take control of our lives.
Have you ever gotten to the end of the month and just wondered, where did all my money go? You know that feeling like cash is just slipping right through your fingers? It's like you're working so hard, but the results just aren't showing up in your bank account.
And hey, if you feel that way, you are not alone. Not at all. In fact, according to recent studies in Chile, half the population isn't satisfied with their financial situation. 50%. So take a deep breath, because just knowing you're not the only one facing this challenge is a huge first step.
But here's the good news. There is a solution. And it's not magic. It's about having a strategy. Today, we're going to give you a clear map, a simple, direct roadmap, so you can start taking the reins of your finances once and for all.
Okay, so this is our game plan for today. First, we're going to create a map to understand where your money is actually going. Then we'll go on a hunt for those sneaky expenses that disappear. After that, we'll flex our savings muscle, find new ways to bring in extra income, and finally, we'll put together your personal action plan. Ready? Let's do this. We're starting with the most important thing, just being brutally honest with yourself. I mean, you can't plan a trip if you don't know where you're starting from, right? It's the exact same thing with your finances. We need to know exactly what your starting point is.
Making a budget sounds really complicated, but honestly, it's just 3 steps. First, write down every single dollar that comes in. Your salary, a side gig, everything. Second, do the exact same thing for money going out. Every coffee, every bill, every purchase. And third, and this is key, set a goal. What do you want this money for? A trip? Paying off debt? A down payment? Having a why changes everything.
So this chart gives us a general idea of how spending is usually broken down. For a lot of people, housing and food take the biggest slice of the pie. But take a look at that 25% for leisure and miscellaneous. That's often where the biggest surprises and the best opportunities to make adjustments are hiding. What does your own chart look like?
All right, we have our map. Now, with a flashlight in hand, we're going to hunt down those little money leaks. This isn't about cutting all the fun out of your life, not at all. It's about being smart and intentional with every dollar we spend. Let the hunt begin.
And here's our number one suspect, what we call ant spending, or phantom expenses. They're so small we barely even notice them. A coffee here, a snack there, that subscription you forgot you had. They seem harmless, but together, by the end of the month, they can create a giant hole in your budget.
Does any of this sound familiar? That daily coffee? Getting delivery just for convenience? That impulse buy during a flash sale? They're just habits, and the key is to recognize them. We're not saying you can never have a coffee out again, but it's about being aware of how much those small decisions add up to over a month.
Food is one of those categories where a tiny change in habit can have a huge impact. Planning and cooking at home isn't just healthier and lets you use what you already have, but the savings at the end of the month are massive compared to the convenient but very costly food delivery option.
And here's a quick but powerful tip. Energy. Turning off lights in empty rooms and unplugging electronics you're not using might seem tiny, but it's a constant drain on your account. Remember, on this mission to hunt down expenses, every single dollar really does count.
So now that we've plugged the leaks, it's time to build. Let's talk about saving. Saving isn't what's left over at the end of the month. Saving is a muscle that you train, a habit you build with discipline, and it gets stronger and stronger over time.
I absolutely love this quote from a Reddit user because it nails a fundamental mindset shift. Think about your savings as if it were your electric bill or your rent. It's a non-negotiable expense. It's a payment you make to yourself before anyone else. It's not optional. It's the very first bill you should pay every single month. A really practical way to put this into action is the famous 50-30-20 rule. It's a simple guide. 50% of your income goes to your basic needs, 30% goes to your wants and desires, and a sacred 20% goes straight to savings and investments. That 20% is you paying your future self.
And here are a few more tools for your arsenal. Automate your savings. Have the money move by itself to another account on payday. That way, you don't even see it. Have a separate account so you're not tempted to dip into it. And for big purchases, try the 30-day rule. If you still want it after a month, then maybe it's actually worth it.
Okay, we're controlling our spending and building up our savings. Want to speed up the process? It's time to think about the other side of the equation, income. Let's see how you can fire up some new engines to reach your goals even faster.
You know, the possibilities today are pretty much endless. Do you have a special skill? Offer it as a freelancer. Do you love photography? Sell your photos online. From starting your own online store to being a virtual assistant, there's a whole world of options. The key here isn't to get a second full-time job, but to find something that aligns with what you already know or enjoy doing and turn that time or talent into extra income.
We've covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time. We mapped your finances, we hunted down expenses, we built the saving habit, and we explored no income streams. Now, it all comes down to one thing: action. The power is truly in your hands.
So now you have a complete toolkit to get started, a budget to give you clarity, a separate account to protect you from your own impulses, the 50-30-20 rule to act as your guide, and automatic transfers as your best friend. These are the weapons you'll use to build your financial future.
I really want you to walk away with this idea. Managing your money well isn't about reaching some finish line and then you're done. It's a constant practice, like exercising or eating healthy. It's a direction, not a destination. And the most important thing is you don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to take one single step. So I'll leave you with this question. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. What is that one first step you're going to take to get in control? Is it downloading an app to track your spending? Is it canceling that subscription you don't use? Or setting up that automatic savings transfer? The choice is yours. Start now.